for us because Life or Live Your Freedom is the newest brand of Ascot, and we are just introducing the brand. We're a 1-year-old property, but we've been making waves and sounds in the community since it being our brand element. Also, we're celebrating our first year anniversary. That's the reason why we wanted to have something big, and we tied up with Guinness Book of World Records to give us additional mileage and international coverage for the brand. So, and we're very much supported also by our Life headquarters all the way from Singapore. Adeline here also visited us. Also, it's also our opportunity to launch our Life Cebu City property, which was opened 8 months ago. There.
To me, to add on that, as a cluster for the country for the Ascot, I think Life is one of the very important brands in our portfolio. So we are looking at big expansions. We know that with a brand like Life today, we have a lot of opportunities everywhere in cities, resorts, a lot of actions to be done in terms of investment. So we are really looking at next people who really want to join us in this new challenge.
How did you come up with the largest display of origami stars? Who made it? What's the collaboration between the group of companies?
I think Loven can start with the historical value, and then I'll put in the works.
I think more so we were looking for a story that could tie in the big picture, and I think the stars would very well fit Manila as a whole, because this was the staging ground of the Manila Acapulco trade, and also we are known for ancient Filipinos were known for traveling on ancient boats called balangay, and these journeys use only the stars as a navigation point. And I think the stars would be a very beautiful and meaningful story for us, because I think it's something that ties us together, connects our islands, and even connects us Filipinos into the Pacific. And even as far as Madagascar, we're known to travel as far as the remote corners of the world since ancient times, and even until now. It's a story of the Filipino as a whole. So I think by being guided by stars, I think it's deeply meaningful, because that was how we connected to the world. The Manila Acapulco galleon trade was the first instance of world globalization, and it connected Asia to South America, North America with Mexico, the Americas, and then to Spain. So that connected the globe altogether on that instance, and we're part of that, and Manila was a staging ground of that as well. So I think this is very beautiful, and also we wanted to create something also that would connect our community. So this is so much fun, because we taught our families, our guests. We had folding parties, origami folding parties. It's something that's very simple but very beautiful, and also we wanted to be able to do something that's sustainable. So we recycled a lot of our papers. So those majority of the paper that we use for this is recycled. And after this event, those stars are going to be brought out, and we have a collaboration with Junknot, and they're going to recycle it further and turn those stars into furniture that we can use for the hotel. So I think that circular, story that goes on with that, I think it's very beautiful. And the idea of just bonding all together with our colleagues, people from our community, we basically involved quite a lot of our neighbors as well to fold the stars, and I think that's just a beautiful way to connect together, which is the very essence of life, connecting the community.
So picking up from there, so one of the 5 pillars of the Life brand is community. So for us to be able to put it together, just to share with you, I just have barely 30 people working in this property, so it's impossible for us to really almost match the standing numbers of Guinness. So we put together everyone. We have a total of 17 operating properties in the Philippines, and everyone did a contribution. So Loven was mentioning earlier, we had origami parties for staffs and for guests. So we have Origami Fridays. So my HR is telling me, how come all of the people are convening in a space in their properties and putting all of these together. We even had rewards program for the staffs to really encourage them to participate. And more so, we tied up with our CSR partner, Gawad Kalinga from Batangas. Ascot has been supporting them for the last decade. So all of the children during their school break, they did origami stars and contributed 12,000 stars with us, and we visited them, handed them school items in preparation for the opening of the classes. And more so, our owning company, Toro Lorenzo Development Corporation, staged and held an origami party in 14 of their properties in the Philippines. They contributed 30,000 stars out of that activity.
When did you
So,
start doing that folding activity and how long did it take?
may I
for you
be
to
very
finish?
straightforward? Barely a month.
Wow.
Barely a month. Yeah, so we were doing briefings, we're folding origami stars, we talked to guests, and it's even actually part of our welcome amenities in the room. So there's like a QR code instructional video that, will be more than happy to have you part of the history. So all of them, they've contributed. We've hosted videoke parties. Filipinos love videoke. So they get to have one free song for every 5 origami stars.
Nice.
But just to
Fair
add to
deal.
that, it actually took, the story behind it, it was around 3 months in the making.
Yes.
When we conceptualized this. But, so we started folding the stars and all that, but we had to collaborate a lot with
Correct.
Guinness because they are the ones who are setting the rules and all that. So they sent us the correct way of folding that
That's right.
already has existing record from China. So we had to make sure we had to follow that.
Mhm.
So there was a couple of attempts to do like different stars
That's right.
and all that, but then we had to make sure that the rules are followed. So we ended up with quite a lot of stars as well that didn't fit in the bill.
So you'll get to see that
you
at dry
get them-
pool.
Yeah,
So they
we-
didn't go to waste.
Exactly. So we're still going to recycle them
Yes.
all in all. But then it's just a month ago that
That
it came
everyone
full
put
steam ahead.
together,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, my name's Kenneth from the Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't able to introduce myself. Anyway, where are you planning to put the things, the items that the structures, thank
Yes.
you. And for how long will they be on display?
Well, as mentioned by Loven, we've actually partnered with a sustainable partner called Junk Nut. So they are a sustainable organization that helps also some communities and put all of these recycled materials together. So they actually have a showcase downstairs. They use Tetra Paks, they use, the cheapy wrappers and all that. So they're going to use all of these stars and make it as furniture. So for Life Malate, I will not spill the beans yet, but it's something Instagrammable, very creative. So I hope that you'll come over and visit us maybe in a month or two
Yeah.
and have your photo taken there.
So for the
So-
stars, we'll probably have a week to set them
Oh,
aside,
yes.
and so that people can still see it
That's right.
and enjoy.
Sa lobby.
Sa lobby.
Sa lobby, yeah. And then after that, then we'll slowly take them down and bring them to their next
But
life.
for at least they'll be here for at least a month, you'd say.
Roughly, that's actually what we're looking at since it's getting a huge traction.
Yeah.
Then yes. And during also the adjudication process, we're not allowed to coat it, to paint
Right.
it. It has to be that. So all of our properties are running out of recycled paper as of the moment because that's how much they love Life Malate.
Sir, I'm so curious. How did you count them?
Okay.
That was actually a really complicated part for the challengers. So first of all, it's really impossible for me to count all of them by myself. So I had to ask them to arrange a specialist called expert witness. So they need to have a background of craftsmanship, and for the origami stars, they actually came from
Origami Philippines.
Yes.
So there's an institution
There's an
called Origami
institution.
Philippines.
I didn't know that.
Look them up on Instagram. They're
Yeah, and
really
Facebook.
amazing. And so they're experts on that field, and they were the ones who made sure and ensured that the quality is good.
Yes, and whenever I'm not on site, the challengers have to take videos as evidence, and they have to submit all of them to me.
Documentation.
So it's not just like folding and attaching to the display, but there are so many evidence that they have to submit.
It took them a week.
Yes.
So is it officially a world record? Is it now in your
Yes,
website?
not yet. I haven't reported yet.
After the interview, he will report.
Not yet, but it is officially.
Exclusivity.
We got a scoop.
Yeah.
Do you need to certify it or something? Or how does the process take place when somebody sets a world record?
So usually, I share the amazing moment with my team, like throughout the world, and I just like share the background and stuff, which everyone just talked right now, and then I will officially register the result on our website, and yeah, that's basically the flow.
Oh, okay.
And
Thank you.
we will also send the official certificate
Mhm.
with the result
Mhm.
later.
Oh, that's good to know. Edison from Business Mirror.
I'm Kazu,
Oh,
by the way.
So who decided on the 100,000 stars? I mean, the previous record holder was 57. So that's almost double actually. So
Triple.
almost, yeah.
Well,
But
because of the other shaped ones.
Right.
Yeah.
but like you could have easily done 60 and still beat the record. But who
Yeah,
decided on 100,000?
No, because it kept on coming.
Yes.
That's the thing. Everybody just wanted to contribute and all that,
Yes.
and wanted to make sure that the record will be hard to beat. Actually, we made more than 140,000.
Yes,
Mm.
correct.
But at 100,000, after more than how many days of counting, we're like, okay, let's keep it at
It should be
up at
okay.
that. I think this should be
We're
okay.
good.
We'll have that as so we beat China for that
Yes.
record. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Gabby from GMA for Miss Adeline. Do you plan to break that record in FC in Singapore for your properties there?
Well, we love breaking records.
Everywhere.
Life was a record-breaking brand for us to begin with, right? It's new, first in the world kind of concept. And today, we're 5 years in the making, so we're very excited about all the firsts that we have. So very innovative brand that, is meant to push boundaries, and obviously with the team, right? I mean, how can we, whoever just does a Guinness record, right? So they make it look easy, right? But they've done a lot of work. But we always look forward to setting more records and inviting you guys to back to enjoy with us to celebrate.
You've seen the initiatives or the activities that they do here. Is there something that you would like to take back to Singapore? Like, I don't know, maybe you have the video night or karaoke night, right?
She had a few episodes and hands-on experience on doing video. Adeline sings very well. She can be our adoptive daughter here in the Philippines. Already.
I still need lessons. Well, I think our Filipino crew, right, or live Filipino crew, they're amazing. We have so much talent here. And they amaze us with doing all this stuff. When the Filipino team, came with us with this idea, they gave us a lot of updates, and we were very supportive of that. And I think, other than that, we have a lot of firsts for Philippines. We've sent our first colleague out to Europe, to spearhead one of our first opening properties in Germany. So, we're looking for more talent. We're actually identifying to send more talent out of the Philippines to our other properties, train them, and then come back to continuously grow our portfolio here. As Patrick was saying, we're very aggressive with what we want to do here, and we think that there's so much opportunity here, and the people as well as the culture here is so much in line with the life process. Who would imagine closing down the street for a concert party? We're having our partners from the tourism the Ministry of Tourism,
Yes.
right? Yeah, and so much support from the owners. So I think these are things to be commended on, and we want to continue that. Our ambassador buzz again. They are one of the most have one of the most exciting social media posts all the time. From Philippines. So we love that here, and we want to export all the great stuff you guys do here. It's hard to beat.
Thank you.
Sir, last question, please. But just in general, how has Life Malate Manila been for the last year? Because it is your first anniversary. So can you just give us an update or like how was it up to your expectation? Did it beat your expectations?
Well, I think for me as the property manager, right, it has been, as I've mentioned in my speech earlier, it has been a roller coaster ride, but it has equated with the number of success stories. They even say that, success is the sweetest when you're enjoying it. And I think we have only made not only a name for the brand, but also our guests do very much appreciate. I mean, for a 1 year and 2 month property, we have 90 long-staying guests who staying with us for more than 3 months, and have supported us from the opening. So I mean, and also this particular property, it hasn't had any movement. Malate didn't have any movement, right? We were sharing during the opening for the last 10 years, and I think us coming in as a new brand, as a new trendy brand, is something that we are trying to brave every day, because we know Manila is a very traditional area, but we were very much embraced by the community, and we always make sure as well that all of our hotel activities sponsored by our ambassador of bus, we invite everyone. And they have been our local patrons ever since. So yes, I think we're on that sweet spot and reaping the fruits of our labor, but we have nowhere to go but up. So that's something that we are very much looking forward.
If I can take on from that, right? Live as a brand, like we said, pushed boundaries. When we decided to move into Malate, I think one of the key things was regeneration of an area, of a very, old, I would say the old town of Manila. I would say that, as we go through, or as the area goes through this regeneration process and, conserve all the great things, but also, convey the culture that is really, just not about immediately around the hotel, but an area. I'm sure that, yes, there are certain, aspects that are that surround this place, some namesake, but having said that, I think we bring very positive vibes and energy to the community. Otherwise, an event like that, I don't know where else, you would find this sort of support by not only the local, regulators, but I think by the community itself, and they want to be part of this exercise to, to spread it much wider than it is. So I think that's that's a testament to, the great work that the team has done to bring out, using the core values of the brand to kind of, spread the word. And the brand similarly, lives in a lot of other locations that we're starting to grow into. We are very good in sparking of new destinations, new locations, new type of destinations. Like Patrick had said, we're looking for new resorts, right? We're looking for exciting areas. I was just telling the media yesterday, can we get a location in where we would see fireflies in Philippines, right? So those are the things that we want to do with the brand, to really bring different and new experiences and enrich the local community beyond just our brand itself, right? So I think whether with the sustainable efforts or with all the things that we do, there's always a core wish that the brand aspires to be, which is to bring better to mankind, right? I think that's a very important thing. Authenticity, right? Togetherness, through creation, as well as through community, and the last value. What's the last value?
Sustainability.
Yes, sustainability. So I think these are things which a lot of people speak about, but do they really walk the talk? And I think that through the activities here, that's something that we want to stand behind very strongly.
And to add on sustainability, when we talk about Ascot in Philippines, we are the leaders, to be honest. We won global awards for all the properties because we are implementing a lot of sustainability items. And it's everywhere, it's not only once every time, it's every day you can see small action. In food waste, in energy, recycling water, it's with community. So really we want to take this as next step, and we are already doing a lot of things, and Life is very active on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.